Welcome back to Casual Bias Rugby. This is the prediction time for our lineup to play Tonga in our final group stage match. My apologies, I'll say this right from the start. I'm a bit sick. So if my voice sounds weird, if I in the mic, too bad. Anyway, we're moving on to the final game, Tonga. This is a tough decision. I'm not too sure what Rassie and Ninaber will go for. To be honest, I thought, are we going to play a rotated team? Are we going to go full strength? Because most likely, we'll see Andre Pollard. So if you play Andre Pollard, surely you play the backline that most probably is going to play with him when it comes to the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and even the final. Because we are going to play in the final, and we're going to win the tournament. So, without any further ado, let's get in. Of course, I just went full strength with the front three. I've got Kutsi, Bongi and Malherbe. Of course, you know we have 2 weeks off after this game, so more than likely we'll have our boys there. They did a good job against Ireland, very competitive at scrum time. But yeah, so I'm backing our boys, Kutsi, Bongi, Malherbe to do it. I was very proud of Bongi. I think he put in like a 65 to 70 minute shift, which was absolutely crazy. So yeah, those are the three boys to do it for us. We know Tonga's going to come out with ferociousness and to be up for it physically. Because every time a team plays South Africa or they play in a World Cup, the upset they want to go for is the South African team. So just play it safe and sound with those boys. 4 and 5, I'm going with Eben and Sos. I'm going Eben Etzebeth and Franco Mostert. So I'm going full strength in that first 5. Moving on even to the locks. Not the locks, the flankers. I've got Siya Kolisi, Pieter Steph du Toit, and then my first change of the team, I've got Dwayne Vermeulen slotting into that 8th jersey. Jasper Wiese, of course, he had an absolutely brilliant game in my opinion. Dwayne Vermeulen out of the coaching box, onto the field again. Give him some game time. We know he brings that experience to keep our boys relaxed. So that is the full front row, or the full back of forwards for me. Kitshoff, Bongi, Malherbe, Eben Etzebeth and Mostert. By the way, it was almost sad to see Eben get picked up by James Lowe like that. I almost shed a tear. But anyway, Eben, Franco Mostert, and then Siya Kolisi, Pieter Steph du Toit, Dwayne Vermeulen. Those boys, I'm going full strength there. And then I've got some rotations in the back line. So yeah, moving on to the backs. I'm going to give... There's a couple of wild shouts. Okay, so bear with me. This isn't necessarily what I want to see, but it's what I think we're going to go with. Okay, so in that 9 jersey, I'm going with Jaden Hendrikse. Now, I know Jaden hasn't played a game yet, but he played brilliantly against Wales in the warm-ups. He needs a game. Give Faf a rest, and I think he is the most likely guy to fit the role that Faf plays when it comes to playing with our number 10, because I'm starting Andre Pollard in that 10 jersey. The reason I'm not playing Andre from the bench is because if something was to go wrong with Andre, he can just get subbed off and Mani or Damian Willemse gets the run in that 10 jersey further. So I'm straight up going with Jaden Hendrikse and Andre Pollard in my 9 and 10 jersey. The centers, Damian Dealinde and Jesse Kriel were absolutely immaculate in that game against Ireland. It's almost like some of their work rate goes under the radar, but their defensive work, their carrying work, I just think both of them were absolutely brilliant. But I'm switching it out because they had such a tough game. The other two aren't going to get too many other games. And I think we want to run the ball. And if you want to run the ball, you get the runners in. So I've got Andre Esterhuizen in the 12 jersey, Kainan Moody in the 13 jersey. That was a tough choice, because, of course, as I said, I picked Andre, and it's like, he's most likely going to play with Dealinde and Kriel. So to go with Andre Esterhuizen and Kainan Moody is a bit wild, but I'm backing it. So I'm throwing that in there. My wingers, I've got my Pimps on the left, Makazolo Mapimpi, and then Kurtley Arendse on the right. He didn't have too much to do. You know my philosophy. You don't play Colby 2 games in a row unless it's a quarter-final and a semi-final, or semi-final and final, just because we know he is a bit injury prone. So I'm saving him up for that quarter-final game. I've got Arendse on the right, my Pimps on the left, and then my fullback, I've gone with Willie Leroux. Yeah, I know Willems had an absolutely brilliant game. In my opinion, probably man of the match performance. But you can't leave out Willie for too long. I think he'll slot in perfectly when it comes to a running game system. But yeah, so that is the full 15, and that's the backline sorted. Moving on to the bench, and I've actually gone with a 5-3 split. So we went with the 6-2, now the 6-2. We went with a 7-1 split as well, and then I'm going with the 5-3 this time, just because we have Andre back. So in that 16 jersey to be our hooker replacement, but also cover another flank, I've got Marco van Staden in that 16 jersey. Of course, Dion Fourie came on into the hooker position over the weekend, but I'm backing Marco van Staden to do it this time. And then, of course, you got Trevor Nyakane and Oxenche from the bench. That is the bomb squad. And then I've got Ergis Snyman and Kwagga Smith to round out the forwards. The whole reason for me going for a pretty strong forward pack and forwards bench is just because the fact that we have 2 weeks to rest as well. So give them a final run out, tell them, okay, well done, you got us through the pool stages, well-deserved rest, and then we go again. So that is my forwards on the bench, and then the 3 backs that I've got on the bench, I'm going with Grant Williams, Manie Libbok, for if something was to go wrong with Andre, even if there wasn't something to go wrong with him, he's just come back from an injury, I'll give him 50-60 minutes, bring on Manie, and then Damian Willems to round it all off. We can slot into any position. Let me know what you think about it. My apologies for the blocked nose, bit of spit, whatever, sniffles in the mic. See you next time.